Hey guys, it's Mr. Borean here. I've got a video for you today to help walk you through the asynchronous learning assignment, which will be due today at 11:59. So I'm going to take you through the steps of filling out the assignment, some of the different resources and tools that I've made available, how to find these different resources and tools, and then what you should do when you are done with the assignment. So let's go ahead and click right into our assignment itself here in our assignment deck and open it up and get started. Now, in class, we've been working on utilizing our mapping tool, our guiding questions, and our textbook to complete the mapping activities and answering the processing questions down at the bottom. I'm going to walk you through really quickly how to manipulate or mark on the map and how to use the textbook to help you with that. Now, as a reminder, you can get your document from Schoology the way Mrs. Revere has shown you in class. And I went ahead and I attached the textbook link down at the very bottom of the assignment to help you find it more easily. This link is also available in Schoology in the China and the Mongols folder. And we also put it into the chat today in class or yesterday in class. And you maybe use the bookmark to bookmark that link. Any way you look at it, there's 3 different ways to get this textbook link, but you're going to need it if you're going to finish the activities. So the first thing we do when we do the activities is we go down and we read the question. In the appropriate locations along the route, draw 2 warning signs to represent dangers of traveling the western part of the Silk Road. So I need to find out the dangers for traveling the western part of the Silk Road. To get that information, I'm going to go into the textbook chapter. I'm going to find the section for the western part of the Silk Road, which is here on page 7. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to read this section. The section ends at the bottom of page 238. So I'm going to take a second right now and I'm going to read this section and I'm going to learn about the Western Silk Road. I have read through this section now of the traveling the Western Silk Road, and I came across 2 dangers in my reading. The first was the Pamir Mountain Pass and this trail of bones where many animals slipped off the mountains and fell to their death. The other major danger that I came across was down here at the bottom. When crossing the Syrian desert, travelers faced many difficulties. They were threatened by tigers, lions, and scorpions, and they were tormented by flies. So I've got my 2 dangers, the trail of bones and falling off the mountain, and the tigers, lions, scorpions, and flies in the Syrian desert. So what I'm going to do next is go into my document. I'm going to click on my map, get the blue outline, then double click it again to get into the map itself. I'm going to go into my shapes. I'm going to look at the different shapes that I have access to. Last time I used this crossing sign to come up with my danger. I'm going to put over here my circle. I'm going to go ahead and do my fill color as red, and I'll make my lines a little bit darker. Right? Then I'm going to copy and paste that symbol a second time. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's try that again. Oh, that didn't work. So let's just go ahead and put it in a second time. Not a big deal. So we'll do a second shape. I'm going to draw it over here in the Syrian desert. It's already red. It's already got my fill colors. So now I can go over to my text box. Draw my text box number 1. Make sure that my border color is black. Then I'll go over here and draw text box number 2. Then I'll go ahead in my text box, drop the size of my font. I'll put in the Trail of Bones on the Pamir Pass. And I can change the size of the box if I need to. So like that. There we go. And then over here, click in, same as before, drop the size of my text. And then I'm going to type in Syrian desert, lions, tigers, scorpions, and flies. Same as last time. I'll just change the size of the box a little bit. And now I've got my 2 text boxes in place with my danger. And when I'm done, I hit save, and there they are. And then I would go down to question 2. This asks me to go to the city of Sistaphon, which I can see right here, and get products from Egypt, Arabia, and Persia. So I would go back to my reading. This time I'm going to read the section on goods. I'm looking for the goods that are coming from Syria and Egypt and Persia, which I see right here in the chapter. And I'm going to add the information to my map the same way that I did before. When I'm done, I'll go down to my 2 questions. How were goods transported after they reached Antioch? Where were they sent? And why did the Roman emperor forbid men from wearing silk? To get the answers for those, I'm going to read this section again to get the information. Goods exchanged along the Silk Road, just like we did in class. The textbook pages will help me with the spread of ideas and culture on the Silk Road as well. So when I get down here to the Silk Road map, and it has questions about foods, which are parts of culture, or religions like Buddhism, which are parts of culture, I can get that information from cultural exchanges. Culture can be food, culture can be language, and culture can be religion. So all 3 of those answers can be found here in my 24.6 cultural exchanges along the Silk Road section. And I will complete the task the exact same way, including double-clicking into the map, as you can see. Now, when you're done with the mapping activity, you'll get down to this last page. It says, in the box below, write a journal entry from the perspective of a trader on the Silk Road. Describe each of the following. Where did you travel? 2 dangers you encountered on the Silk Road and how you overcame or got past those dangers. 2 goods you traded for and why. And 1 idea or belief you learned about. I am going to attach to the assignment a story that I have written for you that's like the journal. The story's a little long, but I think you will like it. I had a lot of fun writing it. And I've highlighted all of the different pieces of my story that meet the criteria. Like, for example, where did you travel? I highlighted the city of Duang Hong, which I know when I look at my map is one of the Silk Road cities that people could travel to. I've also highlighted cities later like Kashgar and Chang'an. Later on, you'll see me talk about the Pamir Pass, that mountain pass. I talk about the Buddhist religion that I've learned about in my travels. There's the city of Kashgar. I wrote a scene about running away from bandits. Run, bandits. I wrote a section about falling off the cliffs on the Pamir Pass. And I wrote about the bandits robbing my caravan and trying to steal all of the trade goods like the silk and the spices. So you can read through my story and you can get some ideas on how you want to write your story. Like I said, mine is pretty long. Yours does not need to be this long, but I wrote something that I thought you would be entertained with and would help give you many ideas of how to write your own story. You can write about any of the dangers. You could write about the Taklamakan Desert and the sandstorms, like in the video that we watched. You can write about bandits, like the people, the Huns, who took our friend Zhang Zhan hostage. You could write about going to Kashgar and trading for all sorts of new goods like cotton that came from India. You could write about going all the way to the end of the Silk Road and meeting Roman people for the first time and trading for glassware and having to run away from lions in the Syrian desert. The choices are really yours. When you're done, the last thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to insert some sort of picture. So you can go onto the internet and find a picture that might be really, really good for you to represent your story. So I might go and find a picture of camels and pack animals falling off of the Premier Pass, or I might find a picture of bandits robbing the silk from my caravan as we run away and try to hide in the caves. But I'm going to find a picture that can go into this box. The other thing you can do is draw a picture if you want, and then take a scan of that picture, use your cell phone to take a picture, and insert it into the document by just inserting an image that you've uploaded from your computer. So you can do that too if you want to. So you have a couple of different choices for how to do this last section right here with the picture. The choice is yours. I might just put in Silk Road Bandits. Look in my images. I'll find an image that I think really fits with my story. I'm going to scroll down. This part right here, this looks like the story from my story, these guys robbing a caravan. So I might copy that image, go in and paste the image in. And now I've got my picture uploaded and I'm done. I'm going to write the story in this box right here. And then I would have everything finished. I go back to Schoology. And when I'm done, I'm just going to submit. Okay, so that's how you fill out this assignment. That's the last two steps, the last mapping step and the story writing step. If you have any questions, please feel free to come to the Google Meet or email me or Mrs. Revere, and we'd be happy to help you. Otherwise, we'll see you guys later. Bye.